Alright, welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm your host, Alex, and today we're diving into a fascinating article from Google Research titled AMIE Gains Vision, a research AI agent for multimodal diagnostic dialogue, published May 1, 2025. This post introduces a multimodal conversational AI agent called AMIE. It's designed for medical diagnosis and can intelligently request, interpret, and reason about visual medical information, like images, within a clinical conversation. The goal? More accurate diagnoses and management plans. So this figure illustrates AMIE's state-aware reasoning framework. It breaks the diagnostic process into 3 phases: history taking, diagnosis and management, and follow-up. Each phase has specific objectives, like gathering information or delivering a diagnosis. Interestingly, AMIE can dynamically adapt. For instance, during history taking, it can assess its own understanding, identify information gaps, and even request additional info, like images, before moving to the diagnosis phase. So this figure shows a snippet of a simulated conversation between AMIE and a patient. Initially, the patient describes their symptoms, and AMIE, noticing a knowledge gap, requests images. Okay, after receiving and processing the images, AMIE updates its diagnosis. This demonstrates the state-aware reasoning we discussed earlier, where AMIE actively seeks information and adapts its understanding in real time, much like a human doctor would. Well, this figure details the simulation environment used to develop and test AMIE. It starts by generating synthetic patient scenarios using medical datasets, even incorporating web searches for realistic context. Then, a simulated dialogue unfolds between AMIE and a patient agent, following predefined rules. Finally, an auto-rater assesses the dialogue based on criteria, like diagnostic accuracy and appropriate management plans, providing quantifiable scores and qualitative feedback. This setup allows researchers to rigorously evaluate and refine AMIE's performance in a controlled setting. So this figure provides an overview of the simulation environment. It shows how synthetic patient scenarios, incorporating things like skin photos, ECGs, and clinical documents, are combined with a patient actor role-playing the case. Then, both AMIE and human PCPs engage in blinded consultations with the patient actor via a chat interface. Finally, both quantitative and qualitative data are gathered, not only from post-consultation questionnaires for both the AI and the physicians, but also from specialist physician evaluations, allowing for a comprehensive performance comparison. Okay, so this graph shows the diagnostic accuracy of AMIE compared to primary care physicians. It uses something called top K accuracy, where quote represents the number of potential diagnoses considered. As you can see, AMIE consistently outperforms PCPs across all values of K, demonstrating a higher diagnostic accuracy when considering up to 10 possible diagnoses. This reinforces the earlier findings about AMIE's strong performance in the simulated consultations. Alright, so this graph compares AMIE and primary care physicians across several aspects of a consultation. We see AMIE consistently rated higher in diagnosis and management plan quality. Interestingly, AMIE also scores higher in patient experience metrics like empathy and trustworthiness. Finally, in multimodal capability, AMIE demonstrates superior image interpretation and comparable reasoning skills, further highlighting its strengths in handling visual medical information. Finally, this graph compares the performance of AMIE using 2 different Gemini models, the 2.0 Flash, used in the main study, and the newer 2.5 Flash. Interestingly, the 2.5 Flash version shows a significant improvement in top 3 diagnostic accuracy. However, for other metrics like management plan appropriateness, information gathering, and hallucination rate, the performance remains comparable between the 2 models. This suggests that, while newer models can boost diagnostic accuracy, other aspects of the consultation might not see the same level of improvement. Building on these findings, the newer Gemini 2.5 Flash model shows promising improvements, particularly in top 3 diagnostic accuracy. However, other crucial areas, like management plans and hallucination rates, remain similar to the 2.0 version. So while newer models show potential, there's still work to be done. Okay, so to wrap up this article by Google Research, we've seen how AMIE, this multimodal AI agent, not only integrates visual information into medical consultations, but also performs comparably, or even better, than human PCPs in several key areas. This has significant implications for the future of healthcare. Thank you for joining me on the AI Research Roundup.